So I'm Blake Baxter, and I'm half the brainchild that is Immersive Enterprise Laboratories, or IEL. My partner in crime, the mad scientist, Dan Urbach, is busy working on our special project, so today I'm here solo, but I promise there's enough creativity and chaos in me to represent the whole team. Now we're about to dive into how we're unlocking new storytelling frontiers. Think less traditional pipeline and more creative sandbox with warp drives. We're a studio with Unreal Engine at the core and supercharged by our partners at HP and NVIDIA, and built on one simple idea. Animation storytelling should be efficient, fast, collaborative, iterative, and wildly fun. And now, let's pull back the curtain and show you how we're evolving animation into something that's not just a movie, not just a show, but a living, breathing IP ecosystem. We're not just here to show off our toys, we're here to help you understand how to do more with a lot less. How to deliver high quality cinematic storytelling with smaller team, tighter timelines, and leaner budgets. Because let's be real, most of us aren't sitting on a 500-person crew and a Marvel war chest. But with the right workflow and the right real-time tools, you can compete with larger studios all around the world and actually keep up. Whether they're in London, LA, Tokyo, Toronto, scale no longer has to be your ceiling. This levels a playing field. So what is IEL? Well, imagine if the entire animation process got flipped upside down. Like someone took the last 100 years of production and said, cool, but what if we just did it a different way? Which we feel is a better way and the future of entertainment. We're not just an independent animation studio, we're that and an experimental storytelling laboratory. We build content for domes, live events, virtual stages, game worlds like Fortnite Islands, and immersive exhibits, all from a real-time, non-linear pipeline. Our guiding mantra is work in context, a phrase passed down to us from our creative partner, Mark Andrews, formerly of Pixar. You might know him from Brave, which he got the Oscar for, Incredibles, Ratatouille, and overall, he's a hurricane of creative energy. But how do you work in context in animation? Now imagine this. What if you could write, design, animate, edit, and score a scene simultaneously in the same environment with your team watching and iterating in real time? Then, what if your characters and sets live beyond a single format, ready to jump to, from an IMAX dome to social media post to a concert stage? And then, what if that workflow didn't take 3 years, 3 studios, and 3 lifetimes? This isn't some future dream. This is how we work today. Let's kick things off with a proof of concept, Outpost. This is a short we developed entirely in Engine, so here we go.
Scanning.
Overwatch, do you copy?
Good copy. On your position in 3, 2, 1. Negative contact. All clear.
Confirmed.
Copy, Overwatch. Get eyes on vicinity Zulu Tango 242796. Await further instructions. Out.
Copy. Zulu Tango 242796.
Better move. Got a long, cold-ass hike ahead of us. Contact! North by northwest and closing.
Overwatch, return to our signal, possible contact. Out.
Inbound.
Lock and load.
Inbound. Inbound.
We got to give a lot of love to our collaborators and caffeine providers who helped bring Outpost to life, which is Stray Vista in Austin, Texas, Fictive Media, House of Moves, and it was directed by Mark Bristol. Here's our mission. It's plain and simple. We're developing new ways to tell stories, faster, cheaper, and more creatively, without compromising quality, though. We believe artists should experiment, directors should play, and animators should feel like they're in a jam session, not a factory. As we said, Mark Andrews drilled this into us. Work in context. It's not just a slogan, it's a mandate. Don't build in a vacuum. Block it, stage it, walk through it. Unreal is our single source of truth because context is the superpower. Let's talk about this magic phrase that we keep saying, nonlinear. This doesn't just mean choose your own adventure. It means you're not locked into one path. It's a loop, not a line. Here's what that looks like. It's non-destructive workflow, right? Cross-team collaboration, instant iteration, and instant feedback. Creative freedom at every step. No need to, you need to swap a character mid-shoot? You can go for it. Want the sword to talk, which you guys will see later? She does. Her new name is Luminara, and she's sassy and has two heads. Our pipeline is IP first, as you can see in the middle, meaning everything we create is modular, reusable, and portable. Build once, deploy anywhere. That's how we unlock real ROI in transmedia. It's no longer just a single silo, right, where you're working in each one of those in separate organizations across all these studios now, right? You can actually grab from the middle and move them across whatever you're doing. You can start with one, build two others. As IP grows, you can maximize that ROI. So whether it's a series, VR experience, merch line, right? You can make collectibles, physical, digital, whatever you want, or game assets are ready to travel. Let's be honest, repurposing assets in a traditional pipeline is like trying to tailor one outfit for a red carpet, a beach party, a cosplay convention, and a black tie gala, and having to hand stitch it from scratch every single time. You want to turn a beautiful lit cinematic shot into a TikTok, or drop it into a dome show, or a live fan event? Cool. But traditionally that means reframing, relighting, re-exporting, and probably re-questioning your life choices somewhere around version 47. It's wasteful. Time, money, creative energy, all just gone to make the same thing work in different places. At IL, we said, what if our assets were born transmedia ready? What if you could design one and deploy everywhere without the pain of rebuilding? That's what a real-time nonlinear pipeline is built for. We rigged Bob the Barbarian once, and suddenly he's starring in a cinematic, popping into live fan meet and greet and dropping motivational quotes on TikTok. And yes, he's a sensitive guy with big muscles and even bigger feelings. Or our Outpost dragon. He was never supposed to actually talk, but now he's delivering monologues at concerts, a bit of a diva, stage fright, but once he's rolling, he's got range. We created 2 original IPs to push this workflow to its limits. You all saw Outpost in the beginning, where 2 brave soldiers on a reconnaissance meet with her drone encounter a space dragon. It's actually going to be continuing on from there, which is pretty fun. We've been having some great conversations creatively of what's next. Then we have Ruby. Ruby's Scientific Adventures. Ruby is a bold cosmic explorer and curious inventor who uses science, creativity, and real-time animation to explore incredible worlds and solve big challenges. Now it's fate or fortune, whims of destiny. Imagine D&D meets Mad Max meets Whose Line Is It Anyway? Live improv, fantasy, and chaos. A creative playground that literally writes itself. That's right, we're doing unscripted improv animation now. Both are designed episodically, modularly, and with real-time storytelling in mind. So let's break it down. Spoiler, it's not linear. We'll move through story development, visual development, character creation, live performance capture, and real-time animation. Like wild experiments involving dragons, improv, and synthetic voices too. Story is our North Star. We build it using sticky notes, thumbnails, and live improv sessions. Now, as we talk through visual development, I have to shout out to Dan and Mark's mentor, Bill Perkins, a Disney legend. Started working on The Rescuers, then Little Mermaid. That's why I said nice shirt. Art director for Aladdin, Tarzan, etc. He recently retired out of Disney too. He's a color theorist, an absolute Jedi with light and mood. Bill taught us that lighting isn't just technical, it's emotional. It's storytelling. A single shadow or color wash can change the entire tone of a scene. When we're building the visual language of a world, we're not just designing pretty frames, we're creating a storytelling ecosystem. Once a creative understands that system, the shapes, the colors, the lighting, the composition, they can use it like a writer uses words. It becomes vocabulary. And with it, they can write entire novels, but through images instead of paragraphs. That's the power of visualization. At IEL, we take that to heart. We design with intention, with feeling, and with the audience's subconscious experience in mind. Whether it's Outpost, Fate or Fortune, we ask, what is this color saying? What is this shadow hiding? That's the Bill effect. Our goal, get the idea out fast, and then into Unreal faster. Now let's get pretty. You saw napkin sketches, painterly concepts on Post-it notes. We test visual language early and often. These slides show the journey for Outpost, Ruby, and Fate or Fortune, stylized, distinct, and designed with repurposing in mind. Where's she going to go? What is she going to do? And here's the progress of it all. That's a Luminar on the left, Bob in the middle. Here's a scene that you guys are going to see later. This one is in development. We like dragons, as you can tell. Working context means doing notes inside the engine, blocking scenes before surfacing, letting the camera crew into the sandbox, bring production and post-production into the same playground. It's not just smart, it's empowering. And of course, lots of notes. Notes are in 3D context, right? So we have a partner, Sense Labs. Their tablet allows our team to give precise, in-context notes throughout the entire workflow, even directly within 3D environments, making real-time iteration seamless and artist-friendly. More notes, and here's the final model for Ruby. Going further into context, adding some color. Ozone rigging. Feature quality characters in real time. Ozone enables us to build feature film quality characters at a fraction of the time and cost without sacrificing control, realism, or creative flexibility. With Ozone, we rig once and deploy anywhere: TV, film, games, real-time engines, all from the same unified asset. That means fewer bottlenecks, fewer rebuilds, and more time focused on performance and storytelling. It goes beyond just joints and blend shapes. A new era of deformation. Traditional rigging systems rely heavily on joints and blend shapes. Ozone changes the game. It's all from Pixar, guys. Its additive deformation system allows each deformer to have independent weight control, giving artists a whole new layer of creativity precision. These deformers layer together seamlessly, creating expressive, complex shapes without the overhead of traditional rigging hierarchies. This gives us the creative freedom to create natural, nuanced movement in real time with fewer limitations and better performance across platforms. Ruby, expressive and precise. Barbarian, hulking softy with 600 blend shapes. Luminara, 2 heads, 0 chill. Space Dragon, because why not take a character that was never meant to talk and get him to talk? Ozone lets us rig chaos and keep it performable. So there you go. You can even like rig a trash can if you wanted to make the trash can talk. It's really quite crazy. So facial animation is powered by Jolly Research for real-time lip sync and emotional nuance. Jolly Research is a developer of high-end procedural animation technology. Jolly's artist-friendly tools enable automated lip sync, expressive multilingual facial animation, and production-ready rigging and pipeline solutions, empowering animators and studios to deliver cinematic quality at scale, efficiently, reliably, and with creative precision. And with Reese Feature, we give Ruby a voice that's not just unique, it's multilingual, adaptive, and future-proof. That's right, we can now rapidly produce localized content with the nuances associated to each region, language, and culture. And now, here's a dragon from Outpost. Oops. Here it is about Ruby first, though.
Kidding. Her name is Ruby. I mean, me. I'm Ruby. Hi. And you are?
And now,
Greetings, fellow explorers of the cosmos.
Je m'appelle Ruby. Salut. Et vous êtes ravi de vous rencontrer. Si su nombre es Ruby, me refiero yo. Soy Ruby. Hola. つまり、私せはじめまして。ルビーよ、あなたはお会いできて嬉しいわ。
Barbarian, and I got tricked into coming into this dungeon. Somebody said there would be snacks, lamb chops specifically, honey basted lamb chops. Oh, I think I had some bad fish last night when I was partying with that no.
And here's Illuminara. So this is pretty crazy. This is like the first two-headed Ozone rigged character. So it's extremely heavy, but here's a scene of going back and forth.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
I don't remember.
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. And
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
So now, here's our dragon from Outpost, who, as we mentioned, was never supposed to talk. But one day someone said, well, what if he did? And well, we couldn't resist. So we gave him a voice, and then we gave him a monologue. And then because we gave him a scene here, a scene where he quotes one of his more famous dragon friends, because why not? That's the kind of studio that we are.
He sent you in here for the Arkan Stone, didn't he?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't bother denying it. I guessed his foul purpose some time ago.
We partnered with House of Moves to capture real-time body and facial performances streamed right into Unreal. Ruby was puppeteered via mocap live. Emotions were rendered live. The result, performances you can feel in real time. House of Moves, performance-driven motion capture at the highest level. House of Moves, which was originally created for the movie Titanic, brought their decades of world-class expertise in motion capture to our production, helping us capture nuanced, authentic performances that ground even the most fantastical characters in real emotion. Their team's precision, experience, and cutting-edge pipeline allowed us to move fast without compromising quality, translating actor performances directly into our real-time animation workflow. Maximized stage time, seamless integration. From day one, House Moves operated like a true creative partner. We planned, adapted, and optimized each shoot. Their flexibility and collaboration helped us capture multiple characters and scenes in record time, increasing our throughput without ever sacrificing fidelity. Their mocap data plugged directly into our real-time system, enabling instant feedback and live visualization, which not only accelerated iteration, but also elevated the storytelling we're able to do on stage.
Moves. Imagine, if you dare, a traveler from another dimension, not bound by time nor space, but driven by the insatiable curiosity of the inexplicable.
I do want to point out one thing that's pretty interesting about this is that this is actually at the Charlie Chaplin stage in LA. So it was built in the early 1900s. There was no roof at the time because there was no lights at the time. So they had to use natural light for it. And I think it's pretty special that we've been able to shoot there. It was at the Jim Henson lot, which was sold recently, but the stage is still there. What I think is most interesting is because it had no roof, because it had no lights, and here we are pushing animation further beyond inside of it.
Now imagine that same intrepid traveler has crossed the vast cosmic ocean not just to observe, explore, and understand, but also to find a way back home. And then imagine, if you still have the capacity for more imagining, that this mind-blowingly epic being made up of stardust is standing right in front of you.
What's really interesting about this, you'll see this like floating character called MD that's going around. Initially, it was supposed to be in her hand. It was just going to be like a cell phone, if you imagine that, right? But then while we're on stage, we said, what if it actually is a character? So we turned it into a character. It's like spunky and moving around and kind of almost like an R2-D2 inspiration on it. Now, performers want to act with each other, not just tennis balls anymore, right? So we use our virtual production wall at Stray Vista in Austin, and Outpost was shot there, directed by Mark Bristol in full cinematic style.
The demo that we're doing here today at Stray Vista in concert with the amazing House of Moves. It's the very first of its kind of marrying the incredible technology of motion capture, performance capture, with a VP production.
There's a connective tissue to these sort of technologies that once you see them all together, the parts are bigger than the whole. Like all of it comes down and it's really solid.
This is a collaboration that we at House of Moves have been envisioning for a few years.
Our eye lines now match. So that means that we don't have to try to fix that as much in post.
At Stray Vista, we're showing people the true possibilities with iteration, where you're not throwing it out every single time that you have to make a change. You can literally just change on the fly.
When we're working together, we're able to bring in our game development expertise on a feature animation style shoot with live action and virtual production all happening at once.
This is how we would run production. Give us what you've got in engine, we'll take care of the rest.
We're in a world where technology is evolving like crazy.
We're prototyping new tools as we go. It didn't exist yesterday, but it's going to exist tomorrow.
So that we can have an agnostic pipeline of all these disparate technologies, and it all flows together to create great products. The future really is, can I give one artist the power to do the work of 5 or 10 artists?
Combining mocap with virtual wall and a bunch of other leading edge technologies. It's amazing what we're able to do to advance production earlier and lower the back end costs.
So one thing that I think is pretty interesting about what you just saw, just moving to the next slide, but what was interesting in there, I don't know if you saw the dragon, it was actually using the proxy asset for that, which is amazing because all you have to do is just slide it back and forth whenever you have the new asset ready to go. We've done some experiments, which is pretty funny. We're actually taking the same scenes and using our other characters in other environments, right, with all the data, and it applies seamlessly. It's pretty fun. So this one is pure chaos. This is Fate or Fortune. No script, all improv. Stunts, fantasy battles, and real-time scene building with Darren Ross's team and live actors cast by Mark Andrews.
Hi, I'm Daniel Urbach from Immersive Enterprise Laboratories. We're here at the House of Move stage on the Jim Henson lot. And let me just walk you through some of the technology that we're using today for all the crazy stuff that we're doing. So this is all the Jim Henson puppet system that allows us to drive 3D characters live. We're using Ozone StoryTech rigs to deform the 3D characters, but using the Jim Henson technology allows us to actually move these characters live. And then all of this would be translated to the stage and the environment that we're using for whatever production. And then you can see like this allows us to move the eyes and we can fly the guy around, where this is actually a virtual camera. And this is designed very much like a broadcast television camera. So like if you were going to do like a multi-camera shoot for a sitcom, this is what we would use. So it allows us to like push cameras very smoothly through scenes, where Mark is actually using the camera that's sitting out there on the stage, and that's much more of like a handheld camera that he's able to run around freely in the 3D space with the actor.
And there's those actors taking a break in the back. It's actually been pretty fun. We'll keep the mocap data running, and we get outtakes from people too now. So it's like if you see in the end of like Toy Story where the actor is going around, they had to animate all of that, right? With this, we're actually getting there's a moment one time when Ruby actually like tripped over herself, right? She didn't hurt herself at all, but now we have that as a little blooper, which is pretty fun.
Mocap speed.
Action! Come on, let's dance, you Stone Temple pilots! Come on, I'm right here! Come on, why is he moving so slowly? How come I am able to dodge all this? I should be able to defeat them easy! I am a warrior from now! What is happening, Sword? Nothing is happening to them! Every time I chop, they don't get hurt!
Well, I think it's because they're magical beings, and since I am a magical being, we are canceling each other's power out.
Well, so slowly I should be able to defeat them!
Listen, I can hold them back. You go and open the sarcophagus.
Fine.
Go! I've got this.
Right.
There we are. Look how easy it is for me to keep them away. Yeah, and it should be open by now. What are those muscles good for? Oh,
it's not opening.
Useless.
Come on.
You are useless without
use my leg. Core power. Nothing is happening. I'm tired. You do it. I'm out.
You have given up so easily. I'm not surprised.
Home, so we'll always have this data, and we can continually shoot essentially as many pickups and as much coverage that we want from it too. As you could tell, the characters are broken in this, and that's on purpose. We actually wanted to show you all how the sausage is made. We use that analogy a lot. We felt that it was important for people to actually see what was going on, not just the final product, because of just all the little nuances that you're able to fix along the way. Again, you're not throwing things out, you're just improving upon. So here's all the performance captures that we're getting from it. So the virtual cam setup that we did there, getting that all right here. Lots and lots and lots. We shoot all mocap first. Then we use virtual cameras to reframe and recompose. We actually use Switchboard to coordinate synced views. This is really interesting. So we actually were able to do 2 VCams going simultaneously. What's great about that is that it enabled us to double the amount of shooting that we were doing in just a single day. So time is money, of course, and everything like that. And so it was quite fun. Instead of doing 500 pixels per day, we actually do like about 1,000 now, which is pretty insane. And if we needed a new angle, using PeelDev, we just open up Unreal and we shoot it. PeelDev's modular virtual camera system has been a game changer for us. Their flexible interface gives us the control and adaptability we need to meet the unique demands for each director, cinematographer, and camera operator. Because there's a lot of people that are coming in, and we're essentially shooting like a live action now for animation. Whether it's customized lens behaviors, input controls, or UI overlays, we're able to tailor the experience to match the creative vision of the show. What's more, we're able to run 2 fully functioning virtual cameras simultaneously, as I just said, effectively doubling our stage productivity. That means more coverage, shoot faster iteration, and maximum efficiency without compromising on quality or creative intent. 2 virtual cameras, 1 mirrored project. And this, you can tell, was actually done at a different mocap stage, even different mocap cameras. It just shows the flexibility that we're able to run through. We've even done it in conference rooms where we'll just set them up to be able to do it. And of course, sped up for make it less boring. So here's all the takes, all the coverage.
Watch how easy it is for me to hold them off. You see how I'm doing it? They're barely moving.
Oh, you don't have a body to defend. You get the sword.
And we edit just like live action. We take the footage in and then come through it to find the story in the edit. Then we polish it for final animation. That's why it looks so rough and it looks real funky, right? We've also been playing with Quickture. Some good friends over there. It's an AI assistant editor tool that organizes tags and assembles our footage. So you feed in the script and then puts together a quick edit within just a few minutes. It's quite wild. It's like having a tireless assistant with obsessive compulsive shot sorting skills. So here's an example of it right here.
Come on! What sort of underworld hell did they send us through this time?
This is definitely not an underworld hell. If it were, we'd be surrounded by fiends.
Excuse me.
What unearthly beast have you here? It's like a frog. A pig?
It is clearly a pig frog.
Pig? All right, enough of this. Where is the... Come on! What sort of underworld hell did they send us through this time?
This is definitely not an underworld hell. If it were, we'd be surrounded by fiends.
Fiend!
Excuse me.
What unearthly beast have you here? It's like a frog. A pig?
It is clearly a pig frog.
Frog pig?
Pig frog.
Frog pig? Oh, enough of this. Frog pig! Where is the eye of the king?
Nice to meet you too, but I see you don't stand on ceremony.
Oh, so lovely to meet you. May I introduce myself? I am Luminara, the magnificent enchanted sword, and I was carved from diamonds and minerals deep at the earth's core. And this is...
Bob! Where is the eye of the king?
What? You mean the most powerful magical item in the known universe? I don't know. The things I do know, the king is dead, so you can't take it up with him. And you might as well take it up with these fine gentlemen over here.
These little stone temple pilots? Come on! I can see that they're not even real. Oh, they're real! What do we do now, Sword?
Well, it is obvious that the eye of the king must be in that sarcophagus. You must get through and go get it.
You'll find if you Stone Temple pilots want to battle. Here I am! Let's go, you Stone Temple pilots! Come on! Why are you moving so slowly? I thought this would be a battle! What is happening with you guys? Come on! Why aren't you working, Luminara? What is happening with you?
They must have magical properties, as I have magical properties. And we are canceling each other out with our magical properties.
We got to get in the sarcophagus!
I will fend them off.
Fine, you hold them off and I'll get in them myself.
Watch how easy it is for me to hold them off. You see how I'm doing it? They're barely moving.
You don't have a body to defend.
You literally are made of muscle. That is your only function. Why isn't it opening?
I give up. He's dead. And I am dead tired.
No. We must get this open. Here's my plan. Get up on top of it, lie down, and they will come and they will crush you. Go on! Here they come! Prepare yourself for your untimely death!
You mean you've been guarding this box for centuries and it's empty? Why were you trying to kill me?
Who was last seen in here?
What?
Not big.
Where is the eye of the king?
That's Queen Pigfrog to you. That's right. I used to be queen of this kingdom until my idiot husband was going to lose the whole thing, so I had to kill him. And then when I came down to get the magic eye, it turned me into this. I used to be beautiful.
Beauty is on the inside. I've heard that's what's truly important.
All right, if it's inside her, I'm going to cut it out of her.
No, you won't. Where are you keeping it exactly?
Well, there were so many people trying to look for it that I stuffed it up one of my orifices.
Pardon me. Did you say orifices?
What's orifices? Are they orifices?
No. An orifice is a hole in the body.
And I'll let you guess which one, muscly man.
No. This is a job for the ladies.
So with all that, it all gets cleaned up, right? Everything is, again, very broken with it. We're just showing you that it gets quite beautiful. That's the great part about this, is that we're able to then take that edit and specifically, right? And then we're able to animate and having that specific as reference, because now we know exactly what we need to be doing with it. So polishing happens last, but evolution never stops. Our assets move seamlessly into IMAX domes, live concerts, Fortnite islands, real-time fan events that are fun. That's what reusable IP actually looks like. This is a bit of reiterating, but there's a big shift. In traditional pipelines, every new format feels like starting over. Want to bring your character from TV series to jumping on stage, performing at a concert, better re-rig, relight, reanimate, rebudget. But in our pipeline, characters like Ruby, Barbarian, and yes, our emotionally complex dragon are designed from day one to live across the platforms. They don't just belong to one project, they're part of an evolving IP ecosystem, one that spans social media, dome shows, live performances, games, educational content, you name it. And when your assets are reusable at that level, you're not just saving time, you're creating momentum. It's like building a cast of characters that you can work across film, Broadway, and Comic-Con without needing a costume change every time.
Instantaneously. So it's reading her lips, it's through the Ozone rig, it makes it person specifically. But you don't have to do it all at once. She can wear a lab.
And what's really funny too is that this is Moira. Moira did not want to be in that suit at all, and I had to bring this up to her. I said, "Why are you smiling so much if you hated it?" Right? The performers seem to have like an extremely fun time because they're now able to actually see themselves, where before they just look at skeletons and things like that. So now, why do we do this? Because the old pipeline is slow, it's expensive, and limiting. And we're here to break down the walls between animation and live action, directors and animators, artists and engineers. We're a new kind of studio, one that's fast, weird, experimental, and scalable. But we're not building it alone. This workflow isn't just for us. It's for any studio that wants to work smarter, move faster, and tell better stories. Whether you're a boutique shop looking to break into immersive content, a VFX house ready to explore real time, or a major studio searching for new ways to scale IPs across formats, we can plug in. Our pipeline is built to collaborate, not compete. We can drop into your project and help supercharge it with real-time tools and a nonlinear mindset. If you're a creator, technologist, producer, or educator, come say hi. Let your workflows swap dragons, and build something strange, scalable, and brilliant together. But before we go, we do have to give a big, big thank you to HP and NVIDIA. All of this was made possible because of the HPZ workstations, powered by NVIDIA's RTX GPUs. We choose Pro hardware because we need reliability, we need speed, we need sheer horsepower every single day. We benchmarked our previous systems that were high-powered with our new bleeding-edge HPZ workstation machines. We found tremendous performance boosts in many ways. One that we found interesting is how quickly we were able to get back up and running. When there is a crash and we need to get back up as quickly as possible, instead of waiting several minutes, it was only 10 to 20 seconds. We calculated this, and it could mean the savings of 30 to 60 minutes each day on set. And its day on set could be $10,000 to $50,000 because of the people that are there. And that's a lot of money. That kind of pays for the system in like one day. So, and before we go, you guys might have seen him at the booth already, but he has some few things to say.
Okay, hold on. Can we talk about this? Why didn't anyone tell me Bali existed before you made me stomp around in a frozen apocalypse? This is more my vibe. Volcanoes, sunshine, coffee, cocktails with pineapple garnishes. I was born for this. But fine, let's talk about Outpost. You saw it. Epic, right? All the drama, the cold, the doom, the heroism, the dragon! All made possible thanks to one thing. Power. Behold, the glorious machine behind the madness. The HP Z6 G5A Workstation Desktop PC. Or as I like to call it, the Sorcerer's Server. Powered by the AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro 7985WX. Fueled by the NVIDIA RTX 6000 Blackwell Max-Q. Armed with 256 gigs of memory and a lightning-fast 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. This baby chews through rendering, real-time mocap, and multi-scene and scripted animation pipelines like I chew through frost-covered mechs. It's how the geniuses at Immersive Enterprise Laboratories built Outpost, frame by freezing frame. And then, because they couldn't stop there, they cranked the dial to Cosmic. Enter Ruby's Cosmic Adventures, a science fantasy musical animated series made by Cosmic Explorers for Cosmic Explorers. Or how about Fate or Fortune, a full-on performance-captured improvised fantasy adventure series with animated swords, exploding golems, and NPCs who definitely weren't following a script. Yeah! And all of it, Ruby, Barbarian, Outpost, my gorgeous self, animated, simulated, composited, and edited in a nonlinear pipeline thanks to the raw scalable power of HPZ workstation lineup. Here's the thing. Animation is changing. Real-time pipelines, performance-driven characters, story-first workflows. It's not just about frames anymore. It's about freedom. And you can't chase freedom if your machine can't keep up. This workstation, it's not just a computer. It's a launch pad for storytellers, for rebels, for creators who don't wait for final renders to test an idea, who don't follow a script word for word, who aren't afraid to build something new. So, thank you HP for making machines worthy of cosmic adventures and for finally bringing me to the beat. Yeah!
Right. We do have to say very, very heartfelt thank you to Richard Dorton, who plays him. His name is AKA Mocap Man. Again, he was not supposed to be speaking at all. He's done an amazing job. It's really funny. So we also have to thank all our folks here with our partners, Mark Andrews, House of Moves, Ozone Story Tech, Jolly Research, Sense Labs, Rebound Sound, Straight Vista, Quickture, Jim Henson's Creature Shop, Peel Dev, Fictive Media, and all the incredible collaborators that come together to help us bring a new way of telling stories. And of course, another big thanks to HP and NVIDIA.